Hey, good day, everyone. Good day. Let's turn it this way. I hope everyone is doing well. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. And you're on location. Sometimes you have technical difficulties. So thank you for hanging in with me. This is Red Melissa, and we are live on location in a hotel room in New Orleans that has terrible Wi-Fi. And so today we will be doing the show on my phone. That's what we're doing. We're going to adjust, adapt, and keep it moving. So thank you all for being with me today on Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to see if I can see comments. It's really, really different on the phone. It's so different on the phone. Oh, we can show comments on the actual screen now, but we're going to take that off since I can't see what it says. So, good day, everyone. I am Rep Melissa. This is Morning Sip. I am an interfaith minister and spiritual life coach, and SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I hope everyone is doing well. It has turned cold in New Orleans, and I think it's because of Hurricane Melissa. And let me tell you, I do not appreciate hurricane. I do not appreciate my name being associated with a hurricane. I do not appreciate it. And so let's send love and light to all of the places that are being devastated by this hurricane. Jamaica, the Bahamas, I hear is on its way to, I think, Canada, possibly. So, to everyone that has been impacted or may be impacted, may God's covering cover you, protect you, and just some peace around all of that. These hurricanes and these weather conditions are nothing to be played with. So please heed the call to evacuate if you're being told to do that. So here in New Orleans, the temperature has dropped by like 15 degrees. So it's only like in the 60s here, but feels more like the 50s. And the people who live here are like, it's cold. I saw people out last night with coats on, y'all, with, with coats on. So it's supposed to stay like this for another couple of days, and then it's supposed to go back up next week into the 70s. So wherever you are, I was talking to Ari a little while ago, and she said it's cold in Atlanta as well. So just be safe and be smart and use common sense. Yes? All right, y'all. All right. So we are in our Crossroads series, and I'm going to see if I could put up our little banner for Crossroads. There we go. Okay, was able to do that. Wonderful. And we are in our sixth Fire Prophecy. And the Crossroads series has been inspired by a book called Braiding Sweetgrass. And in that book, the book is by Robin Wall Kimmerer. She is an indigenous botanist. And in that book, she shares the story, true story, of the seventh fire prophecies that was told thousands of years ago. And we have been taking a journey through each of those prophecies because the prophecy speaks of crossroads that come up in our lives and how we approach it. What is our thinking and feeling around it? How do we make those decisions to move this way or move that way or don't move at all, right? And so each of the fire prophecies is an invitation for us to look at how we would apply the teachings, how we would apply the prophecy in our own lives, and how we prophesize to ourselves. How do you prophesize to yourself? And do you listen? All of us have an inner uh, prophet. Each of us has an inner prophet, our higher self, right? Our intuition. We could think about our intuition as our prophet, our inner prophet that whispers sacredly into our consciousness, and we get to decide if we listen or not. So, yesterday I shared the fifth fire prophecy, which was their response to the fourth fire prophecy. So, I'm going to go back for a moment to the fourth fire prophecy and share that in the fourth fire prophecy, there were two prophets. So there's usually one prophet, but this time in the fourth fire prophecy, there were two. And the two prophecies, the two prophets had two very different prophecies. So one prophet foretold of the light skinned people coming in ships from the east, and the other prophet also foretold of the light skinned people coming in ships. However, their coming, the impact of their coming, the result of their coming was very different from each of these prophets. So one prophet said, oh, they're going to come and they're going to be wonderful, and it's going to be all about brotherhood and togetherness and sharing, and it's just going to be great. The other prophet said, oh, no, 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 no. We need to go. Do not treat the light skinned people coming in ships as brothers. They are not our brothers. They have no intention of forming a brotherhood. Instead, what they bring is death. What they bring is death. And so the fifth fire prophecy reveals which prophet the people followed. Did they follow the prophet who said they come in peace? Or did they follow the prophet who said they come with death? So yesterday I shared the fifth fire prophecy, and that fifth fire prophecy saw that the people lost everything because they followed the prophet who said they come in peace. And so they welcomed them. And what happened? The people were forbidden by law to practice their religion, to speak their own languages. Their families were separated. There was death, right? And the people lost their way and their purpose in life. That was the fifth fire prophecy. So now we are here with the sixth fire prophecy. So the sixth fire prophecy, excuse me, I'm going to read this to you. The sixth fire prophecy showed the cup of life would almost become the cup of grief. And yet, even after all of this, there is something that remains, a coal that has not been extinguished. Remembering the first fire prophecy from so long ago, the people were told that it is their spiritual lives that will keep them strong. So even after everything they have gone through, the first fire prophecy, and I'll remind us of what that was. The first fire prophecy is when people honored the land and were given powerful spiritual teachings, which they were to follow for the good of the people and the land, and the people understood oneness. So now they're in this place of turmoil, right? They are in this place of having been experiencing the loss of their language, the loss of their their um their families, the loss of the practices of their spiritual and religion. And the sixth fire prophecy is telling them, don't forget who you are. And so we can take the sixth fire prophecy and apply it in our own lives today. When we go through stuff, when we go through turmoil and upsets, when we feel like our lives have been devastated, when we have gone through something that has really wrecked us, right? That has knocked the bottom from underneath us. When we go through things like breaking up in a relationship, loss of a family member or a close friend, loss of employment, just feeling dazed and confused, not knowing what to do, which is how a lot of people feel today in this political environment that we find ourselves in, right? Feeling hopeless, right? And when we find ourselves in that place, we could prophesize over our lives and remind ourselves who we are. Who we are. We are individualized expressions of love, of life, of God itself. We can remind ourselves that the universe, the whole universe, has our back. We can remind ourselves that we are divinely protected beyond this physical realm. We can remind ourselves that this too shall pass. We can remind ourselves of our spiritual teachings, of that which grounds us and supports us. We can remind ourselves that all is not lost. There is still it was a coal that had not been extinguished in that prophecy, right? And so in our lives, that coal represents faith. Faith the size of a mustard seed. We only need a teeny tiny bit of faith to see that the door is not completely closed in your life, that there is another opening, another opportunity. to know who and whose you are. So the sixth fire prophecy is really, really important when you're at that crossroads in your life. Let's say you decide, I'm going to go down this path. And like the path that the indigenous people followed, that path of death, we all walk a path. And sometimes that path can be the path of death, meaning the path of an ending, the path of a completion, a path of a transition, because we are infinite eternal beings. So we are always transitioning. And at some point, we will transition from this physical plane to another plane. But in our day to day lives, we could be met with something that feels like death. That is devastating. That is the ending to something. And you may feel like, I'm just going to get into bed, throw the covers over my head, and I'm not going to do anything. But then we remember, right? We put ourselves in a position to remember by leaning on our spiritual practices. That's what the indigenous people did. They remembered the truth of who they are. They remembered their teachings, that all has not been lost, that which you are cannot be taken from you by anyone or anything or any circumstances. It is who you are. So this is what we get to choose for ourselves when we're at a crossroads in our lives. Are you at a crossroad in your life right now? This is an opportunity for you to remember the truth of who you are, to deepen your spirit meditation, of prayer, of journaling, of forest bathing, of being still, of practicing the presence that is within you. Whatever your spiritual practices may be, to deepen in it, not to move from it, but to draw it closer to you. All right. I love that sixth fire prophecy, right? The people remember that their spiritual lives will keep them strong. And so I am reminding all of us that our spiritual lives will keep us strong as well. Today, today. All right, y'all. All right. So let's get into some joy news. And I'm just going to share what's going on this weekend. I will be back home in time for Sunday service. And this Sunday, we are in person at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I am the spiritual leader. And the first Sunday of the month, we are in person at the Angel Nyack, which is an amazing events space that's being created in this beautiful landmark church in Nyack. And our services are at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We will be starting our new theme for November, which is Heartbeats. It is Heartbeats. It's all about the givingness of our hearts. And when we give, we grow, we expand. And it's all about gratitude and it's about growth. So our heartbeats and the giving and the gratitude and in the giving. So join me on this Sunday. My topic is Give Big, Grow Bigger. Give big, grow bigger. So I'm excited every time we're in person with each other. So join us. You could go to Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living's website, which is rocklandcsl.org. And all of the information is there regarding the Angel Nyack. We also will live stream on Facebook, and we will also be on Zoom. So the Zoom link is available via our website. So I hope to see you all on Sunday. Y'all pray for me because it's going to be a quick turnaround time for me this Sunday coming back from New Orleans. But it's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. So that's all I'll share now for Joy News. Join me tomorrow for the seventh and final Fire Prophecy. So tomorrow we'll be wrapping up the Crossroads series with the seventh Fire Prophecy, which is the prophecy where we are right now today. All right? All right, y'all. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me today. I so appreciate you all for that. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We are living life in joy. Connect. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings.